In this lesson, we're going to simplify expressions by combining like terms. All right, example one, how do I identify the parts of an expression? So first of all, when we have an expression, all of these numbers and variables all put together are our terms. And so our terms are and you have to remember that this is a negative 11 and that this is a negative 8y. And now if we have a positive or a plus, you don't have to write those in there. We're not writing in the operations, we're just writing in the numbers and the variables. So I have a 6, and then I have a 3y. All right, so our like terms then are the ones that you can put together. They're the ones that are the same. They have to have the same variable to the same power or no variable at all. So for example, our like terms are going to be our negative 11 and 6, and then we have our negative 8y and our 3y. Those are our like terms. Now the coefficients are the numbers with the variable. So these are the numbers with the variable. And then the constant terms, these are the numbers without the variable. All right, so our coefficients, then the numbers with the variable, and we don't include the variable though. So here, let me erase this up here. The numbers with the variable would be the negative 8, because that's right next to the y, so I have a negative 8, and then I have this positive 3. Those are the coefficients. The constant terms are the numbers that are without the variable. So we have a negative 11 and we have a 6. All right, so in this example, we're going to just be identifying the coefficient that goes with each of these variables. And so let's take a look at the first one, number 1, we have y. Remember, if we don't have a number that is shown next to the variable, there is a number there, it's the number 1. So the coefficient, the number with the variable, is going to be 1. For number 2, I have a negative x, and remember we can squeeze in a 1 right there. So my coefficient, the number with the variable, is going to be that negative 1. All right, number 3, I have 1/5 x. Remember, this is the number that's with the variable is going to be your coefficient. So I'm going to have a 1 all over 5 is my coefficient here. Now for number 4, we have 5x all over 6. Now we have to, we can't just say that it's going to be 5. This part right here, this number could be written as 5 all over 6x. It's the same thing. And so our coefficient then is going to be the number with the variable is our 5/6. All right, now we have m all over 8. Now remember, the number next to the variable is, if there's not a number, there is going to be a number, it's 1. And what I can do with this is I can take this as well, and I can write this as 1 all over 8. So the number next to the variable is 1/8. And number 6, I have more than one variable, and that's okay. It's the number with the variable, and so I'm going to have -4. Oops, and I didn't do this right here. No, 1 all over 8. So how do I simplify an expression by combining like terms? Remember, combining like terms, you're putting together the numbers that have the same variables, and the variables have to also have the same exponent. We'll show you in one of the following examples what I mean by that. All right, so we're going to simplify these expressions. Now remember, there is a 1 here, 1y. So 1y plus 10y is going to give me 11y. And our next example, number 2, I have 6c plus 4 plus c plus 8. So I'm going to put, again, I'm going to put a 1 there, otherwise I'm going to drop it. Now what I like to do is I'm going to maybe circle the variables, and I also circle, or the like terms, I also circle the operation that goes right in front of it, because sometimes we drop that if we don't. So I'm going to combine my 6c with my 1c, and that's going to give me 7c's. And now maybe for these, I'm going to underline these. All right, so I have 4 plus 8, so I'm going to have plus 12. And now I can't simplify this any further because I can't put together a 7c with a 12. It's like apples and oranges. You cannot combine them together. All right, number 3, I have 2x minus 5 plus 4x plus 8. All right, so I'm going to circle all my numbers with the x. And remember, I'm going to circle the the operation that goes with it. So here I have 2, and don't get confused. That minus sign, that goes with the 5. It does not go with the 4. That plus right here goes with this 4x. So I'm going to have 6x, and now I need to combine my negative 5 plus 8. So negative 5 plus 8, I have 5 negatives, 8 positives, and if you're having troubles with your integers, just plug them in your calculator, and that's going to give me a positive 3. All right, number 4, I have 2a plus 5c minus a plus 6a. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to circle all of my a's with the operations before them, and I'm going to put a 1 right here so I don't lose that. All right, so 2a minus 1a gives me 1a. 1a plus 6a is going to give me 7a. And now I don't have anything to combine with this 5c, so I'm just going to rewrite it. I'm just going to say plus 5c. All right, so here's one where we've got the exponents. So I have 3x squared plus 4x minus 5x squared. So I'm going to be taking my x squareds and combining them. And so I have 3x squared minus 5x squared. That's going to give me a negative 2x squared. And now I don't have anything to combine with this plus 4x, so I'm just going to rewrite it there. And this is all the further it can be simplified. All right, so we have for number 6, we have 2x plus 3 minus 3x plus 9. All right, so I'm going to take my 2x minus 3x, and that's going to give me a negative 1x. And I could rewrite that as just negative x. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have the 1 there. And then I'm going to add 3 plus 9, and that's going to give me 12. So I can have negative 1x plus 12, or I can have negative x plus 12. Both of those would be correct answers. All right, number 7. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our variables. We have an x, we have an xy, and I just have a y. Now, so I can only combine the x's where I just have an x. I can't, that xy, those are not like terms. So I have 5x plus 3x. That's going to give me 8x. And now I can combine a negative 2xy plus a 9xy, and that's going to give me then 7xy. And I don't have anything to put this 2y with, so it's just going to be 2y. And that is all the further I can simplify these because they're not like terms. All right, number 8, I have negative 7w squared plus 9x squared minus 2wx plus 3w squared and plus 5x squared. All right, well, let's start with our w's squareds. All right, so those I can combine together. So negative 7w squared plus 3w squared is going to give me a negative 4w squared. Now let's look at our x's. I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to have plus 14x squared. And now in this case, I don't have anything that can go with that minus 2wx, so I'm just going to rewrite that over here. And this now has all been simplified. All right, in our last example, we're going to be finding the perimeter by combining our like terms. Remember, to find the perimeter is the distance around the outside. So when we find the perimeter of this first one, remember, we're going to be adding up this one, and this one. The one in the middle is that height, and we don't need that. We would need that for the area, but we do not need that for the perimeter. So let's go ahead and let's combine our like terms here. And I could write it all out, but I'm just going to let's take our x's and let's add all those together. So I have 7x plus 3x. That's going to give me 10x plus another 7x. So I'm going to have 17 x's. And now let's go ahead and add up our numbers without the variable. So I'm just going to erase all of this so we can see it a little bit better. All right, and remember, we do not need this middle one because I would need that for the area, but I do not need that for the perimeter because it's the distance around the outside. So now let's look at our numbers without the variables. We have -2, we have +2, and we have 1. So let's start with -2 plus 2 is 0, and 0 plus 1 is just going to give me 1. And I can't simplify that any further. Now we're looking at this rectangle. There's an x right here. All right, we have x plus 3 and we have 2x. Now remember that in a rectangle, the sides parallel to each other are the same. So I've got an x plus 3 here, and then on this side I've got a 2x. All right, so let's go ahead and combine all of our x's, and I'm going to put 1's there too so I don't forget them. So I'm going to have a 2x plus a 1x is 3x. Plus 2x is going to give me 5. And now we've got one more, so I have 6 x's. And now notice the 2x, it doesn't have any numbers with them. There's a 0, but we don't have to go back and do that. So I'm going to take my 3 and my 3, and I'm just going to have plus 6. And so simplified, I have 6x plus 6. So in this lesson, we took a look at identifying the parts of an expression and combining like terms.